Hi, I'm Yasha, co-founder at Flowhunt and Am I Cited? Am I Cited is a tool for you to keep track of all AI providers that is out there and keep track of your mentions as a brand or or to see if any of the AI providers are actually using your web pages as a source to answer questions. So imagine your ideal customer going to ChatGPT and asking a question from ChatGPT. You probably want ChatGPT or Perplexity or other AI providers to actually rank you up. So this is a tool that you can monitor ranking inside ChatGPT or similar AI providers, and it gives you a really nice insight on if your brand is being mentioned. Then the next steps is actually generating a web page out of it, which we also have that covered. So let's get into it. So as the first step, you can see that once you sign in, these are like really easy steps to start adding your web page. So I'm gonna add my own web page. And you can also add your own brand name. So these are two different like primary factors to start adding your web pages. Now I have my own web page added already, so I'm gonna skip this section. So now once you are in the dashboard, you'll be asked to add some prompts. I already have some prompts in here. So the whole way that the application works is based on prompts. These are the prompts that I'm currently tracking for my business. So for example, when someone goes into internet and asks, or into ChatGPT and asks something like open source versus proprietary no-code AI agents, or they ask what is an MCP server or similar, I want my product, we're showcasing flowhunt.io, to be mentioned. And as you can see, we are tracking all different AI providers, Google AI overviews, ChatGPT, Perplexity, and even SERP, traditional SEO SERP search in here. And you can specify if you want to crawl this daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, or even one time. After tracking this, you'll get day-to-day. Am I Cited will crawl all these web pages and give you insight of your brand mentions as well as your sources, which of the sources are being mentioned. So if I show you the past 7 days for Flowhunt, you're gonna see the brands. So these are the brands that either our competitors are mentioned or Flowhunt. You can also choose to add your competitors in here. So in our case, for example, Zapier, BotPress, Anyton, these are the competitors that are added, as well as sources. So sources are the sources that ChatGPT or AI providers used in order to answer the question. Now mentions are completely different than sources. So if ChatGPT uses your website as a source, it doesn't mean that it actually suggests your brand as a source. So that's also another factor to keep track of in generative engine optimization, or GEO. And I'm able to filter based on tags that I put in my prompts, or based on AI providers and so on. Next up, you have your top domain web pages that are getting ranked. So in this use case, this web page is getting ranked and shown to the users when the users are asking about WordPress, and also the top competitors' websites that are mentioned in here. So you can take a look at what are your competitors actually getting ranked on, as well as the latest prompts. Now, next section is prompt suggestions. So after you have prompts, there are also more prompt suggestions that the system gives you, suggests to add. I can simply add a prompt by just adding this and then specifying what kind of frequency I wanted to add or tagging it. There's also query fanout feature. So with query fanouts, you can specify basically you can kind of simulate how the AI providers like Perplexity, Google AI Overviews, or ChatGPT are actually searching in the traditional search engines like Bing or Google. And this is also another way to expand your prompts further than the only prompts that you start with. The idea behind query fanouts is that when the AI, when Google Overviews or Perplexity are starting to basically research to answer your prompts, these are the smaller prompts or smaller search queries that they're actually doing in the AI overview. So you might want to also start getting ranked on these kind of term searches in traditional Google search or Bing search. Next up, you see all the sources that are mentioned. So I can see like all the top sources within my prompts that I'm tracking in the past days, and also top domains that are getting ranked on this. So these are the top domains, as well as some filtering option. You're able to add any competitors that you want. There are some suggested competitors that are in here that you can simply add by clicking on the add button, as well as ability to create an AI article. So from the prompts, if I go back, you can simply go ahead and generate an article, and it would generate an article. More on generating article later. And you have all types of reports that you can keep track of within your prompts. I'm going to go through all the reports one by one, but feel free to skip ahead. So the first one is domain relations. In here, you'll see all different domains that basically Am I Cited is tracking for your prompts, categorized by different industries that the domains belong to. And then you can see all the relations that are in there. So these are basically the relations that when you have a prompt, these are the domains that are getting kind of overlapped as a source for the AI provider to have. And these are the results basically. So you can see Medium is getting more there, Wikipedia, Zapier, Lindy AI in my use case. Then we have prompt relations. So these are the basically it shows how close are different prompts that I'm tracking to each other. You might want to have a different cluster of prompts in here so that you can track all different aspects of your business or ICP when they come into your web page, and brand co-occurrence in the same way that we're kind of tracking different URLs that are domains that are connected to each other within the same prompt. There's also connections between the brands. So this means in most of the responses that we're tracking in Am I Cited, for example, Zendesk is overlapping with Intercom or GPT and similar. Then the next up is sources. So the same kind of analysis also applies for sources. This is a nice view to see some kind of outliers that what are the domains that are getting more ranked in different AI providers. So for example, my first provider here, my first competitor here, Lindy.ai, is actually ranking high in most of the AI providers, and exceptionally it's ranking high in Google AI overviews. So 5.1% of all the prompts that I'm tracking, that means like 84 mentions there. So probably the strategy that they're using to increase their generative engine optimization works really good with AI overview. So you might want to check that out in detail. And so on. There's type distribution of different AI providers and their organic use. There's provider per domain, the source flows. So these are the different tags that I have, and whether those tags are actually getting ranked more in Perplexity or ChatGPT or similar. And tree map and timeline is also interesting to see. Next up is brands. You'll see all different kind of crawling criteria that we have, and also what are the distribution of brands getting mentioned, different competitors and so on, timelines and performance. So these are the actual reports that we are getting. Now, how to go from analysis to actual generation of content and making sure that you are taking this analysis into consideration to change your strategy. So this is our workflow. We're going to go through the workflow and let's jump to it. So here is how we suggest in Am I Cited and to generate the content, and we have seen really good results ever since, mostly in AI providers that are starting to rank high. So let's take this prompt as an example, or actually let's take this best AI agent providers out there. And you can see how are different AI providers answering this. What are the different brands? What are the different sources that they're using, and so on. This is actually a really good input to an AI agent to actually get all this data, see all the sources, do research with all these sources that is out there, and generate a completely new content out of that. So let's see how to do that. And for this, we're going to use our main product, FlowHunt, which is an AI agent builder. So just real quick, an introduction to FlowHunt is an AI agent builder, specifically mostly for SEO tasks and generating web pages. And we're building flows for you and for customers for this. So feel free to book a call with us and we can help you with this. But let's go to the workflow. So the first thing I would do, I will export the report. You see the report of all different sources that are out there, all different AI providers, as well as all different sources that they use, the brand mentions, and so on. I will copy this markdown. I will go to a workflow that I just created, and I will just describe this workflow real quick. This is a deep agent that has access to Photomatic AI image generator. So it has access to an image generator, and it has access to screenshot tool, Google search, and URL retriever. So it's able to do a deep research, really go through iterations to think about how to generate the content, and it generates the content. So let's see it in action. I'm gonna start a new session, and I'm just gonna copy paste everything that I just copied from the previous one. No thinking and nothing. And you're gonna see the deep agent in action, how it's gonna go. So the deep agent is actually it does a chain of thought. It does a really nice reasoning. It creates a to-do list for itself, and it goes through a huge research iteration. So first it reasons. You see it's doing a to-do list to search for additional current information, download and analyze content, create a detailed brief of the blog post. Then it does a research from the sources that it has, and it generates an image. And then depending on the CMS that you're using, it generates a blog. So in our case, we're using Hugo, but FlowHunt has integrations to all CMS platforms, including WordPress, Wix, Shopify, and so on. So you can simply generate that. And you see all the research that the agent is doing. It's also, for example, reading the files that is in our CMS, so it doesn't create a duplicate content for us. It does a really a deep research. You see that it's using 20 to 30 calls. On average, it's using up to 30 to 40 tool calls to actually generate a really high quality content for you out of the insight that was from Am I Cited. So let's see it in reverse. All right, so now you see that the agent is actually done with the work. It did multiple tool calls. It also generated the files that is in there, and it even create smaller paragraphs and then it merged them all together inside this MD file. Now in my CMS, I see the results also inside the pull request, and yeah, I see 2 files changed, so this should be one of them. But an example of the blog post that is there is as follows. These are all different generations that we did so far, and as you can see, it generates an image and with tables and so on. So hopefully this will give you a good introduction of how Am I Cited works, and we don't leave you in just analysis part, but you can also take real actions by generating the full blog post from scratch. So if you're interested, you can book a demo with either Flowhunt or amicited.com, and we'll be happy to guide you through the dashboard.